What if ideas remain ideas? Then ships will still remain an imagination, and buildings will be mere blueprints. Unemployment is a global issue, and our nation is not left out. It has degenerated so badly to the extent that having 2 degrees does not guarantee employment or employability. With several innovations in the information technology, this package will look at certain skills that can be acquired to upskill one's skills and ultimately become an employer of labor. We will delve into software engineering, and to address this, I have with me live in the studio, Mr. Victor ADELEYE. Victor is a techpreneur, and we are going to be discussing many things about software engineering. Victor, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
I am Abeokuta, and you are watching ICT Today. We live in an age of innovations where digital technology is providing solutions to problems before we have even realized we need them. So using technology to address unemployment, especially for fresh graduates, what are these skills? But before you answer that, Victor, as a techpreneur, what do you think is responsible for increase in unemployment?
Okay, thank you for that question. I think what is actually responsible for increase in unemployment is the fact that what the university system of our country is still teaching in school is actually not what is needed outside, like in the industry, in the sense that the same syllabus we are using in the 80s is the same thing they are using now. But you know, the world is changing and things are evolving. Exactly the things we were using before is not the same thing we are using now. So we are kind of teaching old system that is not being used outside. So most people come out and realize that what exactly they were taught is not exactly what they are using now. I think that is the major reason why unemployment keeps increasing. People are not getting the update. They are not being taught exactly what is trending. Okay. Exactly. I think in the industry, exactly. It is in all sectors.
Okay, that actually created the unemployment, because what is trending in the industry, by the time you come out of the university, you realize that all these things, they are just basics.
Exactly. Okay. There is that particular knowledge gap, like between the people in the industry and the people in the school or in the university.
So how our school curriculum can be rejigged? You said that the curriculum is not what is being practiced in the industry. So how can the curriculum be rejigged to help youths to be self-reliant?
Okay. In that aspect, I think our government, like federal government, we have to review the syllabus, everything that is being taught to be updated. Not because the truth is that even in 10 years' time, the things we are using now will not be the things we'll be using by then. Change will keep occurring. So I think it is of best interest that the government look into reviewing the syllabus. Okay, federal government look at it, that all university system currently now, for people studying computer science now, they teach them COBOL, Fortran. Now these things were what they are using in 90s. They use something else now. You understand? So when the syllabus is reviewed and they change the languages they are being taught, you know, it's going to help people coming out. So I think the government should look at reviewing the syllabus.
Okay. So the languages have changed, and I think you are a techpreneur and you are into training, sort of. So what are the courses? Like a computer science student that comes out, and we are talking about software engineering. So what are the trending software engineering courses, discipline, as in that is being practiced for a fresh graduate that can make them self-reliant and
employable? Yeah, I get. Okay. Okay. Let me just try to list some skills in that area. So for me, I think JavaScript is a programming language that is currently trending in that area when it is used for both server-side and even front-end web development. Now, apart from that, we have like the lack of C#, Python, Java. These are all trending languages that they are still using in the industry.
The courses now.
Okay, so just to highlight some courses that are currently trending in the industry, you know, is we have the likes of front-end web development, back-end web development, there is product designing, and there is also mobile application development. The fact that a lot of people now use Android phones, iOS phones, and there are applications working on this phone. You know, there are people behind all these applications. So those are mobile application developers. We can talk on length on each.
If you have skills in these areas, you are employable and you can be an employer of labor.
Trust me, if you have skill in this area, these skills are in demand. Like every time people get to you that, oh, we need mobile developers, we need Android, we need, so it is more of even the people, the graduates don't have these skills. So there is job, but we don't have the people with the skill set that is required. So if you have that skill, I think you will be more employable.
So let's deal with those courses and those languages one after the other. Like to my very best of knowledge, the objective of designing a site is to ensure that when the user opens up the site, they see the information in a format that is easy to read and relevant. But considering cross-browser and cross-platform, how do you think this is achievable from the perspective of front-end web development? Cross-platforming, opening an application, and when you open it on a browser, you open it on a mobile app, on phone rather, you have the same view. How is it achievable with front-end development? Okay,
thank you very much. So, front-end web development is the aspect of web that deals with majorly designing what the website will look like. So there's a term we call mobile responsiveness. So anytime we are designing websites, we look at it that, okay, is this thing mobile responsive? Which means that if you visit this particular thing on mobile, there are different sizes of screen for mobile phones. If you visit on different screen, how compatible will it be? Is there any change? So this thing there are technical terms that we use for when we talk majorly on, when we say something is mobile responsive, it means that it can be used both on mobile and desktop. Yes, both on mobile and desktop, actually. Across all platforms.
On browsers.
On different browsers. Yes.
So now, Node.js sounds to be the best choice for back-end development as it has all the features, which is very great. In delivering excellent performance, it is built on a single threaded non-blocking event loop. Google V8 engine and low-level API. Can you tell us how lucrative it is acquiring this skill, building back-end development and using Node.js in particular?
All right, Node.js is JavaScript used for server-side for back-end web development. Now, the truth is that most new technology companies coming up now, they are adopting Node.js, JavaScript for their back-end. So just imagine a new, if you are very versatile with content coming out on TechCrunch and TechAbout, the likes of them, you see like, oh, a new startup has raised these funds today, a new startup. All these startups are most of them are using JavaScript for their back end because of how easy it is and how adaptable it is to use compared to languages like Java. Exactly, that's why most people are using. So I think Node.js is really, really one of the best languages to learn when you are thinking of back-end web development. Anything server-side, Node.js is one of it. And companies like ADELEYE, that they train people even here in Lagos, and even in Lagos, they train people in Lagos and export talent outside Nigeria. They still preach Node.js just because of how easy it is to learn compared to other programming languages like Java.
Okay, that's why your own organization concentrates on.
So we are currently based on just Node.js. We teach Node.js exactly for backend, and immediately they are done, of course, they get employable. Like we connect them to job. So we have partners in that aspect.
I know that there is an array of languages used to develop mobile app, but mobile app development, why concentrating on Flutter?
Okay, thank you for that question. Okay, the main reason why we concentrate on Flutter is because look at what is going on in the mobile industry. We have Android phones, we have iOS phone. Now, so Flutter is used for developing cross-platform applications in the sense that when you write the same code, you can export both the one that will work on Android phone and the one that will also work on iOS phone. You don't have to write it unlike Java. Java is majorly used for Android. Then you now have to use Swift for iOS. So Flutter covers the whole effort that instead of writing this Android differently, writing iOS differently, Flutter can be used to write the two at the same time. So it saves a lot of time. And that is the major reason why we are concentrating on Flutter. And new companies are now adopting Flutter.
Okay, rather than going for a training on Java and at the same time going for another training to be able to write both on Android and iOS, you just train on Flutter and they get it and they can exploit it. Okay.
You can now decide if you want to focus on anyone or both. Okay. Yeah?
We cannot talk about product design without mentioning Figma. Can you shed more light on this and how relevant is Figma in our present day?
So, product designing is all, I think that is the first step when it comes to developing any product. Okay. We first look at, okay, what exactly will this thing look like at the end of the day? That is like the design stage. Exactly. So the application we use for this product designing is what is called Figma. Okay. So there is no way we can even do product designing without the likes of Figma. There are other applications like Sketch. UI. Product designing comprises of UI and UX. Okay. UI means user interface, okay. While UX means user experience. Okay. So when it comes to the UI part, it means like you want to design a particular interface, how something will look like, okay. And the application we use to do that is Figma.
Does it necessarily mean that you must have a background knowledge in computer science to acquire these skills, or anybody that is a graduate coming into the labor market can as well delve into it as any other person?
Okay. In this century, it is no more necessary that you have background knowledge in computer science. Okay. You can be coming from agriculture, from any course that you have studied. Okay. As long as you can think smart. Okay. You don't really have. There are a lot of people. There are people that they have graduated from agriculture and now they are in the IT sector. Okay. There are people that have graduated from different, maybe real estate, engineering, and currently they are in the IT sector. So you really don't need background knowledge of computer science.
Mr. Adeleye, thank you so much for coming to the show today. I know this is not your first time with us, but I want to believe that next time when we call on you, you honor us.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
All right, thank you very much.
You.
And to you, our viewer, that is the package for today. Make it a date with us next time for another episode. But before I draw the curtain today, kindly take time out to follow us on all our social media platforms. Subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube channel. Click on the bell icon to receive notifications on new updates. You can watch us live on your mobile by downloading our app from App Store and Play Store. We are also live on our website, www.ogtv.com.ng/live. So until next time, if it is digital, it's part of ICT.